guys, me again. So I was just thinking, it's just something that like I've learned throughout the years, and there's like, this doesn't have to, like, nothing's happening right now that has to do with this. It's just something that I like practice in my everyday life, if that makes sense, or I try to, at least. The reason that I started thinking about it was the International Women's Day the other day. Today's Saturday, and so 2 days ago was March 8th. So something that I've learned in my 26 years of life is that you have control over nobody. Nobody. No one in your life do you have control over except for yourself. And it's taken me a while to like realize that and come to terms with that. And obviously, like, I'm a parent and I try to control my children to the best of my ability, but it's like the thing where when you're in a restaurant and before you have kids, right, and there's like a little baby like screaming or a little baby running around and throwing everything everywhere, and you say, my kid's never gonna do that, like my kid will never act that way. And then you have a kid and you realize that like you don't have control over that, you know what I mean? Like, you can get up and leave, but you can only do so much at that age where they're just like crazy, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to like give an example. So I've realized that, and I've come to terms that like I'll make up situations, like scenarios in my head, and I think something should go a certain way, or I think a person should act a certain way, and I want control over those situations. I've realized that I'm a very controlling, or I'm not a very controlling person, but I want control. Like, in my head, I want things to go a certain way, and I want a person to act a certain way, and I put expectations on people, and when they don't meet my expectations, I get upset about it. And that's life, and people get upset, but I've been trying to teach myself to not put expectations on people and to not try to control situations that you cannot control. And if you think of it that way, and if you realize that you have no control over anyone else but yourself, and you have no say really in anyone else but yourself. You are the only person that you can control and that you have a say over. And I just hope that people like understand that and they realize that. And I've had different situations with family, and it's heartbreaking that you can try and you can try and you can try to help someone else, but if they are not going to help themselves, it is up to that person. It also holds true with relationships and wanting to change someone, and wanting to, you know, when people think that they can change people, or I'm going to be the person to change someone. And that's not always true. I mean, every situation's different, and I can't say that for everything, but you know, when someone's like, oh, he's like, or oh, he or she is like this, and like, I'm going to change them. Like, it's usually not the case. And, you know, people have huge impacts on other people, and meeting different people and talking to different people have changed my outlook on life and have changed my life. Okay, I don't know where I was, because I just had to, whatever, attend to my children. So the whole point of this is that you are the only one that can change your life, and you are the only one that you have control over. And if you think otherwise, you're sadly mistaken. And I know it's hard, and I know, and I'll still get caught up, and I'll still think something in my head, and then that doesn't happen and that doesn't follow through, and I get upset, but it's something that's out of my hands, you know? And I try to practice acceptance every day, and I try to, in certain situations, like, understand. And in a lot of situations I have come to terms with that, and I understand that. And that's why I wanted to, like, make this, because I just feel like it's very important. It's the number one thing in my life that, like, I understand, and I just wanted to put that out there. It can be very, like, if you believe in God, you can pray to God. It's like one of those situations where there's nothing else you can do when something is so out of your hands that all you can do is, like, say a prayer, or just, like, take a huge deep breath. Like, I always tell people, especially my kids, like Mikey, when he's, like, upset or anything like that, I say, stop and take a huge deep breath, like, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Like, take a huge deep breath and just fill your lungs with air, and just, like, take a minute, you know? I do that all the time as, like, a coping mechanism, but I don't know if that's because, like, when I was in labor twice, like, all I could do was breathe. Like, sometimes that's all you can do. And, you know, just know that whatever the situation is, and it might be a years long situation, it might be, like, just a quick situation, nothing lasts forever. And if you're in pain, it's not going to last forever. If you're happy, the happiness from whatever that might be, it may not last forever. And things pass, and your mind changes, and, like, you know, I just feel like I'm getting to know myself so well. It's taken a very long time, but I know myself, and I know how I act in situations, and I get annoyed with myself when I do put expectations on people or expectations on situations. And, you know, I'll call my best friends and I'll talk to them, and they get it, and they get how my mind works, and, you know, maybe they feel the same way that I do. But, you know, talking to people and letting out your feelings, and knowing that you're not crazy, you know, helps. And if you didn't know that you're powerless and you're in no control over anyone or anything except yourself, now you know. The hardest thing is accepting it. So I know this is random. It's just something that I think about, and that I try to remind myself of. And I hope you can do the same, and you can learn a little bit from this. And I wish you all nothing but the best, and you deserve nothing but the best. Like I said, there's, like, no situation, like, right now that's going on, you know, that, like, made this flare up. I was just thinking about it the other day, and it's something that I've been wanting to touch on. And I'm so happy with my life. I'm so happy with the decisions that I've made in my life. I'm so happy with my kids and my fiance, and I have the best friends in the whole entire world. And I just want to, like, reiterate that. I'm coming. Okay, I have to go. Benny. Oh, I have to go. Baby, I'm coming. I'm just telling you. Please subscribe. And I have to go. So have a wonderful day. I will see you next time.